love boxing because I love to fight. I'm not gonna lie, I'm 52 years old and I still love to fight. I have stage 4 cancer and I have used the principles that I learned in the ring to help me fight my cancer. There is nothing scarier than getting inside this ring and knowing that when a bell rings, you're gonna fight somebody. When you've mastered that, when you know you can do that, anything just seems a whole lot less scary. My name is Jill Perry, and I am 52 years old, and I'm the president and head coach of the Beaver Boxing Club. I never dreamed of being a boxer, but I took a boxing class with some friends, loved it immediately, and the instructor said, if you want to get serious about boxing, you should go to Beaver Boxing Club. So I showed up, and I never left. I started boxing when technically, by all accounts, I was done before I even started. But nobody told me that, and since I didn't know, I never let it get in my way. At 39, I became the oldest ever person to win a Canadian title. In the meantime, my coach, my mentor, Joe Sandulo, started to mentor me to become a coach. When it was time for Joe to turn over the club, he chose me. This is a legendary club. It's one of the oldest clubs in the country, and he's had thousands of boxers, and he could have chosen any one of them, but he chose me. If he had chosen a guy to take over the club, I wouldn't have had to agree with it, but I could have understood it given the time and when he was raised and things he was exposed to. But he was a very progressive thinker, and I have to say I respect that because there are still people in my sport that do not support female coaches, do not support female athletes. He was a major player in this sport, so his certifying me really helped move me further in my boxing career, and I hope to be able to do that for some other boxers, especially some of the female boxers that come up behind me, to give them legitimacy, to show them that they have a place in this ring just like I did. Up. There we go. Up, shoot. Good, buddy. The most rewarding part for me about boxing is my ability to influence and help others through sport. I've really been enjoying my work with the national team and developing elite level boxers. Recreationally, I can help kids that don't have access to sport become involved. Statistically, our kids are not involved enough in sports. If girls don't get involved in sport by the age of 14, the likelihood they'll be physically active as an adult is almost like 10%, something awful. It's not just the sport that they learn, it's fitness, a lifetime of confidence, habits, strength, commitment to making things happen. Those are transferable skills that you will take with you for life. I am part of the Ringside for Youth committee, and my role in the committee is to put all the boxing together. So everything that's dealing with inside the ring is my job. It's a big part of my mandate at the club is to serve the community, and I can serve it in many ways through the work at the club and Ringside.
It's my extreme pleasure to be here on behalf of our firm and our bank to donate a check for $100,000 to the Boys and Girls Club.
I love boxing because I love to fight. I'm not gonna lie, I'm 52 years old and I still love to fight. I don't really spar in the ring anymore, but I have stage 4 cancer, and I have used the principles that I learned in the ring to help me fight my cancer. I was diagnosed with appendiceal cancer the day after my 48th birthday. I'm not gonna lie, when I found out I had 20% chance, I was pretty devastated. But I just looked at it as a really tough fight. I had a surgery called HIPEC, which is heated intraperitoneal chemotherapy, where they basically rip out all your guts, all the little bits and pieces that have cancer get taken out of you, and then they fill you with a hot chemotherapy treatment. I definitely leveraged my boxing mindset, my training, my experiences from sport to get me through this. The morning of my surgery, it was like game on. It was like my walk into the ring. Everything for me was periphery. I could hear things, but it meant nothing to me. I was just like focused exactly on what I needed to do. And when I went into that surgery, I was like, I'm not coming out a loser. It's just not what I do. It's not who I am. After my surgery, I didn't feel good for a year, but for 6 months I wasn't able to come to the club at all. I could hardly walk. But I remember coming back the first time, and I came in to watch sparring, and they put one of these stools down outside the ring, and I just sat and watched sparring, and so. I felt like I was home. It was really awesome to come back and be back in the place that I spent so much time, love. I stayed for 40 minutes and then I had to go home and sleep for 2 days. I was exhausted. Eventually I came back. It was really funny. I got an award shortly after I came back, and I think I honestly got it because they thought I was dying. I joke about it. I was like, I don't think I really deserve this award yet. I don't think it's like my time as a coach to get this award, but I'm pretty sure they were thinking, oh my God, she looks like she's dying. We better give it to her now. But I definitely used my sports to help me get through that awful time. And I don't talk about my cancer with the kids. Some of them probably have no idea that I have cancer, and that's okay. I like it that way. But if they find out, I show the kids in my club, look at me. If I can do this, if I can get through this adversity, so can you. I try and be a positive role model. Whether it's that I've overcome cancer, or whether it's I've been a national champion, you can get through these hard times in life by coming here, being part of sport, learning to be the best person you can be.